Well, hello there all you absolutely magnificent people, and welcome back to another episode of An Ecologist Plays, where we talk about nature while playing games. As you can see, we are back in Empire of the Ants, and we are going to head back to our new colony that we are helping. We are heading back to Tayukan. So let's head on over to that colony, shall we, and see what the game has in store for us, what we can talk about today. Of course, as we are heading there, do remember that if you want to get a nice discount on buying this game, head on over to gamesplanner.com and use the code ECOLOGIST to get a nice 14% discount on this game. Alright, now without any further ado, let's jump right in, shall we? So here we are, back at Tayukan, the new colony that we are helping, or our sister colony that we are helping. And you may remember this from the demo, because this is the exact area we walked, this little bridge across the troubled waters down there. We walked to get to Tayukan in the demo as well. You're not from here. Let me see. Belokan. You're here to see our queen. Follow the column of ants, the ones with the food. They will lead you to Tayuni, our beloved queen. Alright, thank you so much. I'll definitely head on over there. Now, as mentioned previously, the wood ants do form trails. They do form these very nice columns that head on out to gather food and stuff like that. And not all ants do that, but quite a few will form these columns of ants. Some of them form extraordinary columns of ants. Things like the army ants, the driver ants, the matabele ants, all of those form these highly organized trails that head on out during raids, or to do raids. Now, we are just going to pop on over to the queen over here, who should be down here somewhere. Now, we're actually heading deep into the nest. Hello, Tayuni. Who are you? Come closer, let me feel you. The situation here is dire. The flood is unstoppable. Help your sisters in Tayukan before its destruction. Alright, we definitely will do that. So apparently this is the first flood that they've experienced. Interesting. Not too late for them. We've got to save the city, save the resources and the children, the larvae of Tayuni over here. So let's just climb to the top of the mount here. Maybe actually... Ooh, there's a pheromone here. Let's see. Murderous flood. Let's see. Even before arriving at Tayukan, we could see the damage the flood had caused. Oh, look at that. All the dead ants floating in the water. Okay, I think that is the only bit of the pheromone memory we get here. Okay. Yes, that was quite a quick one. Alright, so let's see here. Down here we've got the ant's nest, of course, the wood ant nest. We came probably from that direction. I think there is technically another mound. Well, it could be another mound or just a rock over there. But this is the typical habitat you would find them in a nice clearing in the conifer mixed woodland, actually. Quite a few birds and butterflies and everything flying around here. And then let's see here. The water has come from that side, yes. Okay, so it has obviously overflowed the river, the bank, flooding this area. Quite a large area that actually is flooded. But this nest would technically survive at least for a bit because it is on a higher lying area. Of course, the water will seep in underground and eventually flood the chambers down there. So it is good that we are evacuating. But I don't think at this point, while they are evacuating, they should be carrying food to the nest. I think they should just be carrying eggs away. Alright, so we've got a quest there, a way out. We've got a second hunt, flanking, which is a tactical one. There's, of course, another monarch butterfly over there. And then there is a pauses over there, pausey over there. So let's go on our second hunt, shall we? Let's see what this is all about. I've been assigned a task. Great. Like our sisters, you're going hunting. Network of caves nearby. They're filled with fireflies. Oh, lovely. They are tasty. Sure, not my favorite. I'm not sure whether ants really would necessarily go for them. They may go for fireflies, but I'm not sure whether they would love going for them. Alrighty, let's do this. So here we are in a nice recess, kind of like, yeah, it looks like a little hole in the ground. Now, fireflies do spend the day hiding away like this, not being out in the open. I mean, there is one chilling right over there. There is also another one of these Spanish slugs. That's quite cool to see again. So as you can see here, we've got to catch three of these fireflies we've got to catch, and we've got to run up to the firefly and hit it or jump and catch it mid-flight. This is another one of those missions, like the catching of butterflies. It's not going to be easy. I generally suck at this, so it's going to be a lot of luck if we do manage to succeed. Alright, let's have a quick look at them. There it is. Oh, I can't see which species this is. It does look... with that darker head there... Yeah, that looks like it could be the European firefly. I'm just going to... I missed it completely. Okay, fine. So interesting, this firefly here is in fact glowing already, even though it really shouldn't be glowing now. It should only be glowing when it is actually trying to attract a mate. So it shouldn't be glowing now. That is definitely a male though. I'm 100% sure of that, and the reason I know that is because, well, females don't fly. Females don't actually have wings at all, and they don't look like the males at all. There are clear sexual dimorphism there, meaning that males and females look extremely different. So females actually still look like larvae. They don't resemble adults at all. And... I missed it, and I'm in the almost in the water. Oh, that did not go according to plan at all. Now, I do believe we are going to see some females later on as we progress in the game. I know there is a level that I had seen the glowworms, as they are called. And in fact, this species is actually known as the European glowworm, specifically because, well, the females look like worms and they also glow, hence the name glowworm. Oh, it's way on the other side again. Oh, I don't trust it over there. I'm going to just chill over here and hopefully get it to come and sit on that rock again so I can try and jump at it. There we go. I missed it again. Oh no. So I'm pretty sure this firefly we see here is in the Lampiris genus, which is Greek for shining ones, because, well, they are shining. So Lampiris noctiluca, I do believe it is. And noctiluca, noctis is night, luca is to shine. It's just Latin for shining. So it's a mixture of Greek and Latin to indicate that this is the shining one that shines at night. That is what Lampiris noctiluca means, which is actually quite cool. They don't produce, as you can see here, they don't produce the light during the daytime. I'm just going to try and... No! Completely miss it. This episode may end up being like 15 minutes long, but do note that the recording will be like an hour and a half long because I am going to spend a lot of time off screen trying to catch Lampiris noctiluca over here. Geronimo! Ah, so close. Oh, there's a diadem spider as well. Okay, so there is a spider to also look at. We will look at that one in a moment. I'm still just trying to get this glowworm, this firefly.
Much later.
And yeah, yes, I got you. No. Okay, so there goes the body. Now it should be, I think it should stop glowing now that it is dead. Okay, so we got one. Ooh, this is quite cool. Hello there. So this here is a kind of tortoise beetle. It is in the Cassidini. So Cassidy, like that's easy way to remember that one. So the Cassidini here. Oh, that's so cool. This is definitely an adult. Larvae don't look like this at all. This is very well done. I mean, look at this shield that it has on its back here. Now the larvae don't look like this, as I've mentioned. They don't have the flattened elytra over here, the little wing covers that are, you know, translucent over here and so metallic underneath as well. But the larvae also have a very interesting behavior, which we don't exactly know why they do that, but protection is a theory. The larvae, instead of, you know, letting their poop drop to the ground like a normal larva would do, they decide to hold onto it. Maybe they just have attachment issues and they can't let things go. But what they will do is the larva, if this were to be a larva over here and it's making some poop over here, it actually grabs it and holds it on the last section of its body here. It forms a big shield over its body because it doesn't have this shield over here yet. So it forms a fecal shield, as it is called, literally a shield of poop. And the idea is that, okay, that is probably protection, but scientists don't know against what yet. They are still experimenting to find out why they do that. Maybe it's just for fun, but maybe it does offer some protection against the sun, maybe against the wind, maybe against predators, because what predator wants to bite through poop to get to a little larva underneath there? So it is quite cool. I absolutely love it. These guys, I know, are giving people headaches in the game here to try and find all of them, but this is a tortoise beetle, as it is called, because, well, kind of, if you use your imagination, resembles a tortoise. Some of them are plant pests, especially if you are a gardener and you've got sugar beets or you've got spinach or things like that. They will eat it. They are herbivorous, these beetles, and they are generally eating the leaves of the plants. But this is such a cool thing. I love seeing them. I do believe, yes, I have seen in my garden. I have seen one or so, but it has been ages. I don't mind them in the garden. They can do their thing in the garden. As long as they don't eat everything, let them stay. Ah, but this is cool. Alright, you can go back to Belokan. Thank you, and goodbye. And just slowly but surely walking along. That's so cool. Okay, okay. Ooh, he's a little Houdini. If you look at that, we have collected one of 3 things. Okay, apparently we haven't collected everything yet. There are 2 other things to collect in this mission as well. Now, we did also have a diadem spider. And I know we are going to encounter the diadem spiders later on as well, but I think it is hiding in the recess over here, if I'm not mistaken. I may be mistaken. I don't think it is here. No. Oh, I see spider webs, I think, up there. Yes, this is a typical spider web that we see here. And, well, that spider web will be made by that spider over there, the diadem spider. But technically, it should be a massive cobweb, and that spider there should be sitting kind of not really necessarily in the center, maybe just off to the side here, waiting for something to get trapped, and then they will die. I'm pretty sure if we actually walk onto the web, yeah, we start dying. We get trapped there and we die. And we can't walk closer to her because she will also bite us, I think. Yeah, there we go. I got the achievement. Too many legs, too many eyes. Get eaten by a diadem spider. Right, you know, for science. So you go too close to them and you will die. So let's then try to get to the other 2 fireflies, which are somewhere. We'll talk about the diadem spider again when we see another one. For now, we are trying to head down a bit because I'm sure that there is a little path along here. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Dun-dun. Aha, yes, okay. So we've got to think in a bunch of different dimensions because, well, we are ants. We can hold onto the ceiling of the cavern over here. So we can actually access areas that would otherwise be inaccessible. Ah, there we go. There is another one. Now, this one here is exhibiting a mixture between male and female characteristics. Females usually will glow like this. They emit a constant glow. And oh man, I remember as a kid, we saw so many glowworms. Never knew they were actually potentially at least the adult females. The adult females are what we call larviform. In other words, they look like larvae of the fireflies. They don't actually metamorphose into the shape of the male over here. So later on, when we are going to encounter them in a mission, honestly, I can't tell you whether they are females or larvae because to my eye, at least, they look exactly the same. I'm sure there are differences, but yeah. But the females will generally emit like this constant glow. Males, on the other hand, will be flying above the ground, about a meter or 2 above ground, and they are flashing, of course. They aren't necessarily emitting this constant glow. They will be flashing their light, and each species will have a specific way that they are flashing their light to attract a partner or to dissuade rivals from being in the area. The females actually they can't fly, so they are larviform, they can't fly. They will head onto the top of shrubs, and then they sit there and emit their glow. I really should go looking for fireflies. It is summer now, so for us at least, in the southern hemisphere, it is summer now. I'm right in the... Ooh, that was close. That was very close. It is summer now, so we should be able to actually see fireflies here in South Africa, where we are. The thing is, I can't aim. I don't know how to aim. Oh, so close, so close. And the fireflies are generally out as adults. There we go, that was the second one. Out as adults during summer. They are quite short-lived as adults, though. They will stay alive as larvae for a year or 2. And then when they metamorphose into adults, they have about a season, a few weeks to a few months, and then they die. There's another diadem spider out there as well, and we can't go out there in any case. And all they need to do during the summer months is just to reproduce. That's the main objective. As mentioned in the previous episode, for a species or an individual to be considered evolutionarily successful, they've got to reproduce. They've got to pass on their genes, and that then means that they have been successful. Oh, there's something else here, and I'm sure in this area there will be another firefly somewhere. Let's see, what on earth is this? This looks like a walnut. Yes, it is indeed a walnut. Haha. Now let's have a good look from above here, see if we can actually see a firefly. I don't see one flying around in this chamber, so we may need to go to the left of that walnut. I think that looks like an area we need to go. But while we are looking for fireflies, I'm actually very sad about fireflies, because globally populations of them do seem to be declining. They are, I know in America they did a study and found 18 species are at risk of extinction. And that's not good. I mean, imagine losing these amazing insects that provide light in the darkness. That's just so cool. And unfortunately, they may disappear completely. Now, there are a number of potential reasons why they actually may be disappearing. Some of the major ones, of course, are pesticide use. Not only do pesticides actually kill the fireflies, the pesticides will also reduce the prey populations, the populations of the food that the firefly depends on, because they are carnivorous. They are not a herbivorous species. They are actually carnivorous. So if pesticide use reduces the prey population, then the fireflies will also then no longer occur in the area, as we are encountering some pill bugs. Hello there. You are quite cool. Hello. Let's make you roll up. There we go. Volvation is the act of rolling up that these guys are doing. Something we can't eat. A carved metal circle. Oh, that's fancy pants. Just going to make another pill bug roll into a ball. And of course, we are going to play a bit of soccer here. Hello there, little guys. That's so cool. Anyway, back to the conservation at hand. The fireflies, not only pesticide use, artificial light may also be another major threat to the populations of fireflies, because artificial light at night interferes with the courtship signals of them, because they rely on bioluminescence, or the production of light during courtship, to find one another. If there are artificial lights in an area, that means they can't actually pick one another up. They just hone in on this amazing light outside, and they don't actually pick up the light of the other fireflies that they need to actually pick up. This is where we were earlier, so we missed a firefly somewhere. Maybe down here. There is a hole in the ground here. Maybe this is where we need to go. But yeah, so artificial light at night may be a problem, especially at the time when they are actually flying around. So keeping the lights off at night, although it doesn't seem safe, I mean, it is better for the fireflies. But another major concern for them would actually be habitat destruction, conversion of habitat into urban expanses. They need relatively pristine forests and woodlands in order to actually survive, because that will house their prey populations. That will also allow them to survive in an area that provides food, provides a nice safe place for the larvae to hide away during the daytime, and for the larvae to also hunt, because the larvae don't fly. The larvae also are walking around, and they need nice leaf litter in order to actually survive. And urban areas, especially with lawns, well, there aren't any nice leaf litter areas. I mean, we've got lots of leaf litter in our garden, so it's only a matter of time before we also will have fireflies in our garden again. But yeah, with the leaf litter being replaced with things like lawns or people raking the leaves, that results in there not being any habitat left for the fireflies. Now, climate change also additionally potentially a concern for fireflies, although the potential threat of climate change we don't know yet. But a strange threat to fireflies may actually be firefly tourism, where people pay to actually see fireflies in a natural environment at night. And, we think, oh, that's actually cool. I mean, it can raise funds for the conservation of the fireflies. And yes, in that regards, it may actually be very good. But the problem is that people obviously are walking around. They're not just sitting still and just observing from a distance. They are walking around, looking at the fireflies, need to walk in order to get to the spot where the fireflies actually are. And while they are walking, they are trampling. And they may trample the area where the fireflies actually are hiding. And when that happens, you kill the population, you destroy the leaf litter where they're hiding, a whole bunch of bad things actually happening. And as a result, they may disappear from the areas where the firefly tourism is actually being done. But it's only really when it's done improperly, when it doesn't have certain measures in place, like not walking, not going off the trail, only having set trails to actually walk, being careful when you walk around there. So if you have all these protection measures in place, then firefly tourism may actually get people more excited to see fireflies and may inspire them to also protect fireflies there where they occur near them, in their gardens. Maybe have a bit more of a firefly safe garden, as we see a firefly up over there. So perhaps have like a firefly garden. I mean, that's a cool idea. When we actually have the firefly population built up in our garden, we jolly well will try to have a more firefly focused garden. That's the term I was trying to come up with. Hello there. You're flying over there. Okay, I'm just going to try and jump out to you. Missed. And jumping into the water. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Alright, now you're sitting where I could actually run at you. But I think I am going to jump. And no, miss you. And I got you. That was a nice little thing. Alright, so we got that firefly. Oh, my word. Okay, so we definitely will try to have a nice firefly focused garden when the time comes. We do have a food forest we are starting in our garden, and if more people does that, it creates this amazing environment for fireflies. I know we can get fireflies in our garden because I have once actually found one in our house. So they are here, but they are quite rare here where we are. They are a little bit more in the indigenous forest. That's where you can expect to find them. Also, perhaps not leaving lights on in the garden the whole time, having darkness as well. That will really promote the fireflies in the area as well. Anyway, so those are some nice things we can also do to protect the fireflies as we went around killing them as an ant. Yeah, but we are going to see some more glowworms in some of the other missions, and we'll talk a little bit more about how they actually produce light then as well. And although this was a bit of a shorter episode, I think that is a good point for us to now also end it. Now, later today, I will be streaming Towers of Agasba, because that is coming out today, and that is so exciting. So tune in for a nice relaxing stream of that as we have our first look at the Towers of Agasba. I will also then on Friday have a Towers of Agasba video coming out, and then next Tuesday we will be back with Empire of the Ants once more. So if you've got any questions about anything I talked about today, please do pop it down into the comments below, and then I will do my best to answer that as well. And thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something new as well. We'll definitely be talking about fireflies again, because we are going to be seeing them later on in the missions as well. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a like. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe. Always great to welcome you to the Ecology Squad. And until next time, everybody, stay safe. I'll see you all soon. Bye.